Can you believe we're more than halfway through summer now? So hopefully you all have been hitting the trails. Next week, I'm actually heading to Europe for some epic hiking and backpacking. So in this video, I'm sharing 15 of the best backpacking trails in Europe that you can hike in a week or less, from alpine ridges to coastal cliffs and everything in between. These 15 trails will take you deep into wild beauty, and you don't need to quit your job to do them. So let's hit the trail. First up is Italy's Alta Via 1 in the Dolomites. Now, I've hiked in the Dolomites and I would go back in a heartbeat. This 5 to 10 day hut-to-hut trail stretches about 120 kilometers through jagged limestone peaks and alpine meadows. As far as difficulty goes, it's moderate to challenging, especially if you add in a via ferrata or two. The views, well, they're unreal. You'll hike past World War I tunnels and stay in cozy refugi, aka alpine huts, serving wine, pasta, and mountain views. Honestly, this might be the best intro to European backpacking because you can go with just your day bag and stay for a week. You will need reservations for the huts, which need to be done in advance, especially if you're traveling with a group. Scotland's West Highland Way is perfect for those who want that moody, misty Highlands magic. It's about 154 kilometers or 96 miles, and it's usually done in 5 to 7 days. You'll pass lochs, moors, castles, and if you're lucky, a pub or maybe two. Now, this starts just north of Glasgow and goes north to Fort Williams in the Scottish Highlands. There is some steep elevation along this hike, so be prepared for some climbing, and wild camping is legal here, which makes it ideal for budget backpackers, but you'll just want to make sure that you're respecting local landowners and leaving no trace. Now, there are bunkhouses scattered along the route, but you'll likely have to do a few days of camping somewhere along this route, and if you're not keen to carry all of that, there is luggage porting options for those wanting that option as well. Next on the list is Mar a Mar Nord in Corsica, France. Now, Corsica might be famous for the brutal GR20, which I have included on several of my other best backpacking trips, but Mar a Mar Nord is the hidden gem. It's less intense, just as beautiful. It actually runs coast to coast from east to west for about 10 to 12 days. You'll trek through chestnut forests, deep gorges, and ancient villages, ending at the Mediterranean. So this actually goes through the island's center, and the trail can be overgrown in places. You will wander through farms and through forests and fields, giving you a true sense of Corsica's interior villages and life. And if you're looking for high mountain peaks, you can still try the GR20 where these two trails intersect. And if you don't want to do this unguided, you could hire a company like Corsica Aventura, which offers self-guided trips with luggage transfer, aka your shoulders will thank you. If the Arctic Circle is calling your name, you'll head north to Sweden's Kungsleden, or the King's Trail. Now, the whole trail stretches 286 miles, but for a shorter experience, you can do a few sections of the trail. And the one that I would recommend is the Abisko to Nikkaluokta stretch, which is about 65 miles and takes 5 to 7 days. Now, you'll see glaciers, reindeer, and endless daylight in summer. You can sleep in Swedish huts or wild camp under the midnight sun. It's pure magic. Now, it's important to time this trail in midsummer so as to avoid the brunt of the mosquitoes. Just imagine volcanoes, neon mountains, and hot springs. Welcome to Iceland's Laugavegur Trail. Now, this 4 to 5 day trek covers 55 kilometers or 34 miles and is certainly Iceland's most famous trail of geothermal wonder. You'll cross rivers, desert plateaus, and colorful rhyolite peaks. Huts fill fast, so book early or bring a tent. It's otherworldly, but be prepared for inclement weather, rain, wind, or maybe even snow. The best season to do this trail is from June to September. Oh, hey everybody, I hope you guys are enjoying this video so far. So many great trails. I'm about to hit the trail too, but first I wanted to tell you about today's video sponsor, something that I use every time I travel internationally. It's called Saeli. They're an eSIM company. If you don't know much about eSIMs, well, you're in luck because I'm gonna tell you about them today. Now, one thing that I hate is when I travel somewhere new outside of North America and I'm hit with huge overage fees on my cell phone for using it just like I would at home. You know, it used to be when I would go to Europe, I would have to stop at a cell phone store, grab a SIM card, replace the one in my phone, and then lose my number basically for the entire time I was traveling so that I could have data and phone capabilities. Nowadays, our phones actually have eSIMs built into them. And through an app like Scenic, you can actually activate this, you can add data to it, and instead of paying those overage fees on your cell phone, you can use Scenic instead. It's super easy to set up, and what sets Scenic apart from other eSIM companies is that they're available in 200 destinations, and they have plans starting at as little as 1 gigabyte for a week or several months for up to 100 gigabytes. These plans start at as low as about $3.99, and they will keep you connected to the internet basically anywhere you want to travel. So that means if you need to check Google Maps or a trail map, you need to talk to your friends, WhatsApp your guide, or even just look for a restaurant, or for me, post on social media, Scenic has you covered. So if you're traveling internationally, or if you're from somewhere else and you're coming here to America, you can also get Scenic. It's great. I love it. You can use my discount code AliceFord, scan this QR code on screen, and you can check out and download Scenic for your next trip. Now let's get back to the video because there's a lot more hiking we got to do. Slovenia's Triglav's Traverse is a 3 to 6 day hut-to-hut journey through the heart of the Julian Alps. It's one of Europe's best kept secrets. Picture turquoise rivers winding through valleys, granite spires, and jagged ridgelines that rival the Dolomites, only without the crowds. Now, the route links a network of cozy mountain huts so you can travel light while still waking up to epic views each morning. Along the way, you'll pass alpine lakes, wildflower-filled meadows, and if you're up for it, you can summit Mount Triglav, Slovenia's highest peak, and a source of national pride. Out here, it's mountains as far as you can see, wild, raw, and unspoiled. It feels like stepping back in time to the Alps before they were discovered. The Ridge Path, Fagaras Mountains, Romania. The Fagaras Mountains are Eastern Europe's secret Alps. Located in the southern Carpathian Mountains in Transylvania, you can trek through them over 4 to 6 days on the Ridge Hike, which is wild, remote, and raw. It spans about 70 kilometers, and you can expect glacial lakes, knife-edge ridges, and 0 crowds. You can camp under the stars, and trust me, you will likely not see another soul because wild Romania is legit. Austria's Eagle Walk has 33 stages, but you can bite off a few-day section in Tyrol or just wander along for a day to eat in one of the mountain huts. Now you can expect some of Europe's most beautiful mountain chalets here, cowbells, and panoramic views that go on forever. This is classic European alpine hiking, ideal if you want the Alps with fewer people than Switzerland. And the whole thing, if you're really up for it, stretches 426 kilometers, an unforgettable challenge for all those who want to experience the Tyrol people and see some amazing Austrian views. Ruta del Carres, Spain. If you need a quick overnight trek, Ruta del Carres in Spain's Pico de Europa is a stunner. It begins around 200 meters above sea level and clutches the steep walls of the Carres Gorge. You ascend up as the river gorge drops down far below, leaving a view of striking raw beauty. Now the narrow path curves around the gorge, hugging the sides of the mountain. It's just over 13 miles or 24 kilometers in length, but it's packed with cliffs, caves, and the roaring river below. Here's one you'll want to write down, Suma National Park in Estonia. If you're looking for a trail that's flat, peaceful, and totally different from the mountain treks of Europe, Suma National Park in Estonia is calling your name. It's known for its vast bogs, winding forest trails, and wooden boardwalks that seem to float over the wetlands. This is a place where the pace slows down. Over 3 days, you can hike through quiet pine forests, spot wildlife, and even swap your boots for a canoe to explore its famous 5th season floods. It's the perfect beginner-friendly backpacking trail or a restorative escape if you just need a break from the climbs and switchbacks. In Suma, the beauty is in the stillness. Now we're heading over to Bosnia. The Via Dinarica is a long-distance trail that stretches across the Balkans, but if you're short on time, you can do the section that just goes through Bosnia, which is pure magic. This 60-mile stretch can be done in 3 to 7 days, taking you across rugged limestone peaks, past mirror-like alpine lakes, and through shepherd villages that feel frozen in time. Along the way, you'll find designated backpacking sites and wild camping options too, so you can pitch your tent under the stars with entire valleys to yourself. There are even a few rustic mountain huts if you want a roof over your head. It's raw, untamed beauty, no crowds, no commercialization. Go now before the secret's out, because this stretch of the Via Dinarica won't stay undiscovered for long. Most of you are probably going to know this hike because it's all over Instagram. Norway's Trolltunga is an Instagram icon for a reason, but it's even better when you turn it into a multi-day backpacking trip. The full hike is only about 17 miles round trip with over 3,000 feet of elevation gain, so instead of cramming it into one exhausting day, spend a night out here instead. Now there are designated camping areas near the cliffs where you can set up your tent with front row views of the fjord. Wake up before dawn, brew some coffee in the crisp mountain air, and walk a short distance to watch the sun spill over Trolltunga before the day hikers arrive. The trail itself winds past alpine lakes, waterfalls, and endless mountain views, making your sore legs completely worth it. Out here, the real magic happens before and after the crowds. Portugal's Rota Vicentina is a coastal dream. It takes 4 to 5 days, and you go along sea cliffs, golden sand dunes, and sleepy surf towns along the country's southwest coast. It covers about 47 miles, and this beginner-friendly trek follows fishermen's paths right along the Atlantic, with ocean views almost the entire way. You'll pass working harbors, watch locals haul in their catch, and end each day in a small village where fresh seafood is the reward for your miles. Now, most hikers stay in guest houses or small inns, but there are a few designated camping areas if you prefer to carry a tent. It's breezy, beautiful, and perfect for anyone who wants the rhythm of the ocean as their trail soundtrack. Out here, the sunrises feel like they were made just for you. The Samaria Gorge and White Mountains in Crete. Samaria Gorge in Crete isn't just Europe's longest gorge, it's the gateway to one of the most unique short treks out there. While many people tackle the 10-mile gorge in a single day, you can extend it into a multi-day adventure through Crete's rugged White Mountains. Imagine descending between sheer rock walls, walking in the footsteps of ancient civilizations, and ending your days in coastal towns where the Libyan Sea laps at your toes. You might pass stone-built villages that feel untouched by time, hike under skies lit with more stars than you thought possible, and if you're lucky, spot the rare wild Cree goats leaping across the cliffs. It's the combination of dramatic landscapes, rich history, and that untamed Mediterranean spirit that make this trek unforgettable. Last on this list is the Haute Route from Zermatt to Chamonix, Switzerland to France. The Haute Route from Zermatt to Chamonix is alpine trekking at its finest, linking two of Europe's most iconic peaks, the Matterhorn and Mont Blanc. Over roughly 180 kilometers, this 7-day journey takes you through a dreamscape of glaciers, turquoise alpine lakes, and meadows that seem hand-painted. By day, you'll cross high passes with sweeping views that shift from rugged Swiss peaks to the jagged beauty of the French Alps. By night, you'll refuel in cozy mountain huts or small village inns surrounded by the warmth of alpine hospitality. It's challenging, it's pricey, but it's the kind of trek that leaves you standing in awe more often than you're looking at the trail. For anyone who craves big mountain drama and the romance of crossing countries on foot, this is it. Now, Europe is overflowing with trails that challenge us, inspire us, and remind us why we lace up our boots in the first place. Whether it's the wild cliffs of Portugal, the fjords of Norway, or the quiet beauty of an Estonian bog, every step is an invitation to see the world and yourself a little differently. So pick a trail, pack your bag, and start writing your own story out there in the wild. As always, I'm Alice Ford. Never stop exploring. I'll see you out on the trails, and don't forget to subscribe for more adventure travel videos.